Did you know that over 5,000 haunted houses operate in the US every year, but very few come with a terrifying twist like this? Imagine spending 24 hours in a house that's not just haunted, but where a serial killer might be lurking. Tonight, we're taking things to the next level. We're not just talking about ghosts, creepy sounds, or haunted houses. We're going to spend 24 hours inside one of the most infamous haunted locations, where people say the spirits are restless and, according to the local rumor, a serial killer is still out there, stalking his next victim. Are you ready? So, here's the challenge. Survive 24 hours in this haunted house. It's an old, dilapidated mansion on the edge of town, a place where no one dares to go after dark. Over the years, there have been countless reports of paranormal activity, shadow figures, cold spots, whispers, and objects moving on their own. The locals say it's cursed, but that's not even the worst part. The real reason this place sends chills down everyone's spine: a notorious serial killer once called this house his home, and although the murders stopped years ago, he was never caught. Some say he still lurks in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The house is filled with dark corners, hidden rooms, and creaking floors. Every second you spend inside feels like a challenge to your sanity. Not only are we going to face the ghosts that haunt this place, but there's also the very real threat that someone, or something, might be watching us from the darkness. Let's talk about the history of this house. Built in the 1800s, it was once the home of a wealthy family, but things took a sinister turn when the original owner, Charles Blackwell, began hearing voices. These voices supposedly drove him to madness, and he murdered his entire family before disappearing without a trace. Since then, the house has changed hands multiple times, but no one stays for long. Strange occurrences drive everyone away. Footsteps in empty hallways, windows opening and closing on their own, and ghostly figures spotted in the dead of night. As we spend more time inside, the atmosphere begins to change. It's as if the house itself is alive. The temperature drops suddenly, making my skin prickle with goosebumps. I hear soft whispers that seem to come from the walls, calling my name. My flashlight flickers, plunging the room into darkness. For a few agonizing seconds, every sound, every creak feels amplified, like something is just out of sight, watching, waiting. My mind starts playing tricks on me. I see shadows moving where there shouldn't be any. I feel eyes on the back of my neck, but when I turn around, there's nothing there. It's not just the fear of the supernatural, it's the fear that I'm not alone in this house. Could the killer still be here, hiding in the very walls? Then it happens. Around 3 a.m. I hear the sound that makes my heart nearly stop, a loud crash from the floor above me. I freeze, listening intently. Is it just the old house settling, or is someone moving up there? I decide to investigate, climbing the creaky stairs, my flashlight flickering like it's struggling to stay alive. As I reach the top, the air feels different, heavier, thicker. My steps echo in the eerie silence, and that's when I hear it again. A low, guttural growl, followed by the unmistakable sound of heavy footsteps, but it's not coming from above me, it's coming from below. Realizing the danger, I run back down, my heart pounding in my chest. As I race through the narrow hallway, the walls seem to close in on me, and suddenly, I see a shadow dart across the room in front of me. I stop dead in my tracks, my breath catching in my throat. The shadow pauses, then slowly turns toward me. But before I can make out any details, the figure disappears into the darkness. I don't know if it was a ghost or someone else. I can honestly say that this has been the most intense and terrifying experience of my life. Whether it was the ghosts of Charles Blackwell's victims or the presence of something far more human, I'll never forget those 24 hours in the haunted house. It taught me that fear is more than just a feeling. It's a force that can completely take over your mind and body. If you enjoyed this terrifying experience, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more creepy adventures. Have you ever experienced something like this? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos for more spine-chilling content. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the whispers in the dark.